Hey everybody, welcome back to Minor Stuff. I'm Matt.
Pat.
We're the Minor Brothers. Today we're doing our top 5 bourbons that we like to pair with cigars. Let's get into it.
Alright, welcome back everybody. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Like this video, drop some comments down below. What are your favorite go-to bourbons when you're outside having a nice stogie? Check us out over on Patreon as well. We do a lot of cool giveaways over there, as well as a sample lottery. So everything we drink that month gets entered into a sample lottery for a giveaway. Weller 12 is going to be on the list added to this month as well, Matt.
And you know what, Pat? It didn't make the list of ones that are basically our sort of our top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why? Because we can't get it. We can't replace it.
Nope.
But I love this, and I actually think this is
one of the best Wellers.
Best Wellers.
Yeah.
I love that one.
I like the 107 better, but
I like that one better, which is weird because I usually like the higher proofs.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so there is a caveat to our top 5 here, right?
Yes.
And that is depending on what type of cigar you're smoking, depends on what type of bourbon you smoke.
And also we didn't try to go with a lot of finished stuff. We tried to just go with some basic stuff that will fit everything.
Yeah. Well, one of them is definitely finished to the max. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's because that's our number one, and no matter what,
But the proofs are all over the place because, like, if I'm smoking Maduro, which is going to be a lot more full-bodied cigar, I don't want to overwhelm my palate with a very heavy cigar and a heavy bourbon. So I usually go lighter on the bourbon with a heavy cigar. But if I'm having a Connecticut wrapper, right, I'm going to then go with a heavier, probably a cask strength bourbon because I think it's just, I think it pairs much better. You don't overwhelm the palate with flavors, and the way that it ends up, coming together ends up being better.
Yeah.
Some of these are right down the middle.
Other than our number one, I always go light body because I don't want my bourbon to overpower my cigar.
And this is all about pairing it perfectly.
It is. All right. So, no particular order except for number one is number one.
Yeah.
All right. So, Russell's Single Barrel, classic go-to.
100%. You know what? If you can't find this one, because these ones are hard. I have this much left. I have no more after this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a problem, Pat.
And it's what, 100 and something proof, right? 110 proof.
Yeah, 110. So you know what I would do if I couldn't get this one? I'd go with the Russell's 10-year. Because you know what? Russell's 10-year is out there. It's all over the place. It is great. It's really, really, really good with these things.
Yep. All right. Another single barrel, Matt. Going to be Knob Creek.
And you know what? This, I think, is probably my Knob Creek favorite.
Yes.
Knob Creek 12. Yeah, 12 would be my next one. But I would rather have these ones. I don't even touch Knob Creek except for this barrel. This is really the only ones that I end up drinking.
All the other ones are just too over oaked for me.
I think once you get to 15, 18, it's definitely over oaked. And that's why I don't even touch those ones anymore. However, the single barrels are delicious. The 12-year is pretty good too. I think they pair great pretty much with anything across the board. But especially if I'm like having a Perdomo like Champagne or one of those other Connecticut ones, I will definitely end up going with this because obviously we're getting up into 120 proofs, so we're getting a little bit higher in the proofs. Like I said, I personally would go with a lighter body cigar to pair with that.
All right. Can never go wrong with Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare is one of my common go-tos.
This is a great sipper alone.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely great. Although it does have a little bit of like a peppery spice to it over some of the other ones, which some people don't like adding it with the cigar.
Well, it depends on what cigar you're smoking, right? Because if you're smoking a light cigar, that would go good. I actually like pairing this with my heavier body cigars.
I do as well.
Because I just feel like the lower proof does more for the cigar flavor, right? Because I don't want to wash out my cigar.
Yep.
Right?
I mostly do Maduros, and I will always go, this is my go-to grab.
I was going to say, we lean more towards Maduro cigars, both of us. However, I do love some good Connecticut's now and then. I think you really can get some really great ones out there. But for the most part, I think we both go pretty much Maduro and full body when we're smoking. Yeah. I think, and I have no idea why that happened. That's just sort of how the type of palates that we ended up landing with.
Yep. All right, next one's all Matt. Drinks too hot for me all the time.
100%.
Old Forester single barrel strength. No matter what I'm smoking, I will not have this. But of course, it's Matt's favorite, so it makes the list.
It has to make the list because you know what? The entire summer, I will pour this over where we have the 2x2 cubes of ice throw a cube of ice in here, pour this in here, pair it with one of these out by the fire pit. That's my summer. Between that and it would be the next bottle, but I can't get the next bottle. I can't get these ones that much. I luckily found a place though today that had about 6 cases. So I happened to grab some because you can never have enough of these when you find them.
Surprised you didn't walk home with 6 cases.
Yeah, I probably should have. You're making me regret this. I'm gonna probably have to go back tomorrow now and remedy this problem. However, Pat, they're great. They are spicier. So if you've got a very, very spicy cigar, you're going to overwhelm your cigar with that.
Yeah.
Right? So more or less, I'm pairing the cigar with that bourbon, not pairing that bourbon with the cigar.
All right, Matt. Our number one go-to for all cigars has nothing to do with the name of it. It's just...
It's been the best.
It's delicious.
It's been the best. It pairs... And you know what? It pairs so well with so many. And I could say this about... So we've tried basically every single... cigar blend, cigar cut, cigar, whatever you want to call it. However, Joseph Magnus takes it. And I will say this, you know what? I've loved this bottle without having a cigar.
Yep.
Right? Without even having a cigar, I love this bottle. However, I do love pairing this with a cigar because you know what? The flavor craziness in this bottle adds so much to my cigars.
So much.
And you know what? I've tried this with some other ones, and the only one I could get closer to, because we've had what? We've had Copper and Cask. We've had Good Times. I'm trying to think of all the other like cigar, any cigar sort of knockoff Starlight. We've had the Starlight one, which Old Elk cigar cut. I think is the only thing that comes the closest,
but it's nowhere. It's not even in the same field.
It's not. This one has so much complex flavors. If you're pairing it or if you're not pairing it, you are gonna love it. The only problem is it's hard to get.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily hard to get. And depends on the area you live in.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got some subscribers, and we're very thankful for them who sent them from like Oregon, Washington. We found a spot in Mass now we can go to basically and get these things. Yeah, they're $249 instead of $175. Walter, who we got shout out to him. He ended up finding one of these for $174 for us.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you find them, they're so complex. Every cigar, it's going to change every cigar experience.
Yeah. And not only that, but they're all different flavors too. So each batch is going to change everything.
That's what I'm saying. Every bottle is going to give your cigar a different flavor, and every cigar is going to give your bottle a different flavor.
Yeah.
But it pairs great with everything. So this is the only one I don't go with the... If I'm smoking Maduro and I go lighter, I don't go lighter with this. I will drink this. This is a top-notch bourbon for me. All these ones are what? They're all usually about the 116 to 120-ish proof. So they are a little bit higher on their proofs. But the flavor doesn't drink hot. You give me an Old Forester at the same proof as this, Old Forester is going to drink 10 to 15 proof hotter easily.
Yeah.
Right? So these things drink smooth for what they are, and that's why I think they pair so well.
I agree.
Anyways, those are our top 5s that we end up having with cigars. Let us know down in the comments below, what is your favorite bourbon to pair with.
And what do we leave off? There's a ton of options. I mean, we went back and forth on this for quite a while.
This was like the hardest thing to film because the problem is every time I grab one of these, I can always grab something different. I love like the Hirsch, the cognac finished Hirsch.
Yep.
Hirsch, that one was delicious.
That was good.
The yellow label, the single barrel one, was delicious as well.
Yep. I'm a big fan of having, I like going to the Redwood Empire series to go with my cigars as well.
And those are good. All right, the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond, another great one.
Yeah.
Right, we could go through this all day long and find.
Yeah. I can go back and change this list right now. Even
we could probably do that, right? Because they're that hard. This is one of the hardest things to do. But I stand by.
Those are our go-tos.
These are our best, pretty much top 5.
Will you have somebody over? Come grab one of these, and you won't go wrong with a cigar. Period.
Absolutely, everybody will be happy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you guys all have a great day.